Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Raging Reality reaction video. Now this video may be a long one, I'm not too sure yet. I'm currently a little bit occupied at the moment with uploading the Four Horsemen right now, which I'm just waiting for that to process through YouTube. And one video is being rendered out right now. I'm pretty sure that's the one for the Wombats. But here, I think we're going to spend a little while on this because this one looks like a big one. And I've heard a lot of things, well, I haven't really heard that much, but judging by how long this video is, this is going to be a very, very memorable power ballad, I'm going to guess, from Metallica. This is, of course, Disposable Heroes. Never heard of this song before, no idea what this is going to be about. I'm going to assume it may have something to do about war, because the idea of disposable heroes mean that yes, they're heroic, they do wonderful things for their people they love, their country, etc. But at the end of the day, one comes, one leaves, one dies, whatever. We could replace them. I'm not too sure what I'm going to think about this because stuff about war is not again, I may have mentioned it's not exactly my realm of expertise, because there's still probably so much I don't understand about the implications of war. But whatever, I'm going to check this out. I'll leave the link in the description down below, and for now, let's get into this. Disposable Heroes. Okay, maybe I was wrong about a power ballad, because we've literally just started and it's already getting straight into a rock tune. This is sending Four Horsemen vibes down my spine again, and I love that. Alright, let's keep going. This is instantly sort of like the imagery this is provoking, for me at least. This is absolutely like a war field. You firstly hear the somewhat expected sounds of roaring guns and such, and tanks firing, and then you get a sort of like a slower build up, and it's quite rare. It's kind of a weird order to do that in. The slow build up immediately after like a harsh. Well, let's just keep going. Let's find out more. You guys can hear that sort of bass in the background. I love this sort of elevated and then decelerate tune it creates. It's just something that I want to pick out on, because that's an awesome little tune there. So okay, immediately, I may have said this before when maybe it was like Welcome Home, or it was definitely something by Metallica where they talk about the horrors of war, and I compared it to like a Wilfred Owen poem. This is almost indirectly, feels like a reference to Wilfred Owen. I mean, listen, bodies fill the fields I see, hungry heroes end, no one to play soldier now, no one to pretend. Because one thing, for people who don't know who Wilfred Owen was, he sort of wrote about World War I poetry as he left, when he left the war, and it's all about, his poetry is all about coming home from the very real aspect that war isn't just the greatest game anyone's ever played. It's absolutely, you see bodies lit everywhere you see, everywhere is war, everything is war, and there's no sort of, there's nothing nice to say about any of that. It's, oh god, I'm nearly tearing up here. I mean, absolutely, this is absolutely the sort of thing you don't want to sort of experience. For some, that's why a lot of people say war is hell, because you don't ever want to go to a place like that, and especially in like World War I and II, you can't imagine any places being as dreadful as those. So let's keep going. I'm going to try and hold it together for as long as possible, but we're not even 2 minutes in, and we still got a lot of song to go through. So yeah, this might be the first video I actually start crying on camera, but we'll wait and see.
Bred to kill them all, victim of what sex should be, a servant till I fall. Soldier boy, made of clay, now an empty shell. 21, only son, but he served his well. Bred to kill, not to care, do just as we say. Finish here, raining down, he does to take away. Back to the front, you will do what I say. When I say back to the front, you will die. When I say you must die, back to the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man. Barking of machine gun fire does nothing to me now. Sounding of the clock that ticks, get used to it somehow. More a man must fight to wear, glory seeker trends. Bodies fill the fields I see, the slaughter never ends. Soldier boy, made of clay, now an empty shell. 21, only son.
I probably should point out that this chorus right here, "Soldier Boy Made of Clay," that's one of the best choruses I've probably ever heard in a song ever. I mean, look at my face. I'm absolutely crying my eyes out here, because this absolute. If ever there was a time, I wish there was like an a cappella version of a song, I want it to be Disposable Heroes, because I'm gonna try it myself. I'm just gonna read out word for word the chorus here. Soldier boy, made of clay, now an empty shell. 21, only son, but he served us well. Bred to kill, not to care, do just as we say. Finished here, greetings death, he's yours to take away. They're expecting, so there is actually there's a very poignant sense in all this, that generals, commanders, whoever, they're recruiting people and they're literally expecting them to die. That is, good lord, that's depressing as ugh. This is, one, to all intents and purposes, one should be the song that actually made me cry, because, well, whether or not Johnny Got His Gun was based on a true story that inspired the music video, or the song, I should say, for one, I'm not entirely certain, but absolutely, I can guarantee that what is the difference between one person and 100,000 people? Because to me, this seems so much sadder, because when you put it on such a broader scale as this, you're including everyone, every single young person who was ever recruited to war. I mean, absolutely. I mean, 21 only son. There were, and I can tell you absolutely this right now, especially if people know the history in Britain. I'm going to assume this was written as sort of like a charity to British soldiers anyway, because Whether or not America's input into World War One was as I'm not entirely sure what exactly to think about that. Again, this is not history of World War One. I did most of this like when I was in year 9, when it was about 6 years ago. I really should remember more about this than I probably should, but I can tell you right now, 21 was not as young, not the youngest sort of people to die in war. People as young as 15, 16 were lying about their ages just to get into war. I'm almost tempted to actually stop the video right now, because literally I don't think if this gets any more depressing or sad, or I'm absolutely just gonna have to like leave for a while. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep going. Let's do this. This song's already broken me. We've got 5 minutes left, and I don't know what else you could do to make me feel this depressed. You blind man! I'm not. That's a very interesting lyric right there. I was born for dying. Now, absolutely. If this is meant to be related to war, then as a soldier, maybe absolutely this is what is like his predetermined destiny. I guess it was. I'm not too. I don't know why, but that's just. That's a really fascinating lyric. I was born for dying. Of course, the irony in that is that you can only truly die once, and I don't know whether or not this is. Maybe I'm going to guess maybe this was like an extract of maybe a soldier who says who's been in life and death situations maybe more than once, or this is something to do with the singers or any one of the members of the Metallica. But that's a really fascinating lyric, and every part of every lyric in this song is fascinating. Even the music is. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not stopping here.
Life planned out before my birth. we say, finished here, breathing death, begun to take away. Back to the front, you will do what I say when I say back to the front. You will die when I say you must die. Back to the front, you coward, you servant, you blind man. Back to the front. Back to the front. Back to the front. Back to the front. Back to the front.
God almighty, what a song that was. Okay. Okay, I wouldn't normally do this, but I think the best way we could talk about that song is, ironically, starting at the very ending. I think when it gets to 8 minutes and there's only 16 seconds left, there's sort of like a little riff, which I always felt was a little bit ironic because I thought that was going to be the point where the song ends, and it almost sounds like a different tune on purpose. Like maybe this was something unexpected to come about. And also, the more I think about it, some of the lyrics, I think like the later lyrics, when you really hear about them, is that I'm going to suspect that maybe this is like an opposing side who are just like some other forces. They were forced against their will to go into this by some totalitarian state. I'm pretty sure most people would pretty much understand what I mean and what the implications are of the song. And this song has left me exhausted with emotion. I am I've never ever felt this way about a Metallica song before, that actually made me cry, because there is the truth about this song, about soldier boy made of clay. I'm never gonna forget, like those are the type of lyrics you don't ever want to forget about, because here I am sitting just making reactions to videos. You do get a real grasp of what real heroes these men and women absolutely, we're not just exempt about this are in war. I mean, how important they are, and how important they are to uphold freedoms and such. And I'm not even talking about the music right now, because there is so much it's so powerful, this song, that the lyrics, like I said, you could take away the music altogether and just make a poem about these lyrics, because they absolutely sum up just disposable heroes. That's a fantastic way to describe what happens. And because the music, well, it's a really good strong grunge type power ballad. I think it's sort of like designed to cope for soldiers. It's supposed to for people who know like what 1984 is about, there's a particularly interesting section in the beginning called the 2 minutes hate, where it's sort of like a very sharp rhythm that provokes the audience into fits of rage. This almost reminds me of something like that. You're supposed to get behind it. You're supposed to pretend you're a soldier. You're supposed to pretend you have no pretenses other than killing. And it works. You get so immersed in this. I think if I didn't get so immersed in the lyrics, I'd probably get immersed with the song and just the spirit to fight and to be dominant. And this is the best Metallica song I think ever written. I'm absolutely just going to say that. I think this is better than Master of Puppets. I think this is better than One. I think this is better than the Four Horsemen. I think this is better than anything on the Black album as well, and that's saying a lot. There's some gems on the Black album, like Unforgiven, Don't Tread on Me, Wherever I May Roam. I think this absolutely is my favorite Metallica song right now, because you really have to have a strong stomach not to feel emotion for this, because how many times can you actually say you've ever listened to a song that actually starts making you cry? This is definitely the first time this has ever happened, and I don't think anything's going to top that. I really, really can't think of anything as sad as that. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed that reaction video and listened to my ramblings a lot, and hopefully I didn't... my crying was a little bit too cringy for you guys. So anyway, I will leave the link to the song in the description down below. Please leave in the comments about what songs you want me to take a look at next and what else you thought about Disposable Heroes. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, my Twitter page, and my Instagram page, which I'll just leave in the description down below. Please let me know what you thought of Disposable Heroes 2, and I'll see all of you in the next reaction video. Take care.